So here we have an England gambit declined, which there's no excuse for. Basically, people who decline this do so for odd reasons, and I go right after F2 wherever possible. We'll see what happens in this game. I don't believe I got a Dutch out of it. So without further ado, this was a strong player, once again, 2300 range, a person who I've played a number of times. I'm not sure that they've beat me yet, but we'll see. Obviously, I need to switch views. We're going to get stockfish 8s. Now, see, the way that this person declined it was traditional. You know, you have to think, well, this person is just playing so much chess that they just move d4, c4 on the first two moves anyway, because although I've run into a number of people who do this. Now look at this position. You know, okay, it's even. You've given black equality. Now I set up a very traditional looking defense for black, which I can also attack out of. Everything's developed. Now we're going to prevent b4. Now it becomes an issue. What do we do with that? We're just going to cover it. We developed our queen. He probably should have just played knight takes knight. Now I double attack the c pawn. He covers. Familiar theme. We're just gradually shifting around looking for an opening. Now, of course, he's got these discovered attacks that I have to be aware of. And I also have to move my rook. Now we double. Now we're fully developed. White is not. White has not moved his queen's rook yet. However, I would say this is an even position. Okay, now maybe even white has a bit of an advantage. You notice he's going after the c7 pawn, forcing our exchange. Now he goes a little bit astray here. I'd say he needs to develop, and he's lazy with the development. Instead, he goes after some odd play where he thinks he's going to move rook to g5 and get my g7 pawn, which is simply defended. Now, you'll notice that the computer found a wonderful refutation, simply rook takes e3. Now, eventually I do find this, and I didn't quite have the bravery to play it in this game. At this point, anyway. Now, of course, he's threatening everything again. He thinks he's going to attack on the king's side. Now I wait for the appropriate moment. He moves back. Now it says I've got it again, to which I do not do. Instead, I defend the f7 pawn. He comes over. Now I do it. Okay, why did it take me so long to see this? Because this is a simpler combination than the ones that happened before that, and I'm not a genius. Well, that's not completely true, but I'm not a chess prodigy. Let's try that. Okay, so this is the end of the game at this point, but it has to be very carefully played out. As you see, he has resources, and I can be back rank mated if I'm not careful. Now he goes after the back rank mate instead of taking my rook, and I simply fork him, and now the game's over. He resigns because he's going to end up losing all kinds of things. If he takes my rook, he gets his rook taken with check, then he loses his b2 bishop as well. So it's the end of the game. He resigned, and it just shows you the standard type of position that you can get very easily against the d4 c4 formation for white against the England gambit.